With more designers than ever vying for attention in today's fashion world, standing out and making a name for yourself can feel like an impossible task. The competition is fierce and the noise is deafening. But what if I told you there's a way to cut through all that noise? A way to rise above the rest? While it's harder than ever to establish specifically social media outlets such as Instagram, countless startup fashion brands have utilized Instagram marketing techniques to cut through the noise and stand out. There's perhaps no better example of this.
What's going on, guys? Mike Sherman here with Chinatown Market, and we are at 6 Ounce Studio. I'm gonna give you guys a little tour.
Than that of Mike Sherman, whose market brand currently has over 6,000 Instagram followers and whose apparel is worn by numerous A-list celebrities and sports figures. The most important thing you have as a designer above any actual product you will sell is your brand. And the quicker you establish your specific brand and begin to flesh out how you can best evolve it as you grow, the better. Take a look at some of Mike Sherman's earliest Instagram posts. Long before he established his market brand, he himself became the brand. It wasn't the product, it was the person. And he used his own Instagram feed to ensure that he was marketing himself first before parlaying that success into the success of a brand. As you can see, years ago, Sherman's account didn't focus on the product specifically, but created an entire streetwear focused aesthetic. You can see some of the photos had a dark tone to them, showcasing Manhattan scenery.
It's those things where I think through the brand, like I gave so much autonomy to everyone to be able to go put their hands onto the social media. I gave like 12 people the login, which was also probably a bad idea, but like, let them all post, let them all participate in different little funny skits, post their own stuff, and like letting social media be your friend. Nowadays, that's like everything out there, and there's millions of creators, etc. But like, early days of Instagram, like it was very much more like businesses were doing that and brands were doing that. And I think for us, it was like, we literally just want to act like your friend who's posting funny memes, t-shirts that comment on what's happening in pop culture, and just be a part of that conversation.
His feed was something reminiscent of a mid-2010 popular Tumblr page, which helped slowly build his name recognition in both the internet and fashion space. Crafting this unique and memorable persona online doesn't just come through solid content, but through consistent uploading and ensuring that you engage with your follower base. At the beginning, Mike didn't just focus on promoting his fashion brand. At that time, ICNY, he saturated his account with powerful and attention-grabbing snippets of the world around him. Using this Tumblr approach, his account became more than just an online catalog of clothing, but a lookbook into a young fashion disruptor who had a knack for capturing his world in a way that was extremely intriguing, satisfying the people that already followed him and enticing those that didn't get to onboard. Sherman also made a point in the early days to post extremely frequently, sometimes posting multiple photos in a single day. He focused on consistency as well as engaging with his audience, including commenting and cross-posting with other notable creators in order to create staying power for his name. This way he can create a sense of familiarity with an audience he was building in the process. And any one of you who is watching this video can do that in a similar way, developing a cohesive aesthetic. As you scroll through Sherman's Instagram account, you notice that around the end of 2016, the overall aesthetic of his posts became more cohesive as he announced his next fashion venture post, ICNY. Chinatown, which was the old name of the brand before he changed it to the Market Personal Life post, became less frequent, replaced by product and model shots of his new apparel, going all in on refining his brand identity. One major noticeable change was the increased usage of grain filters on his posts, setting him apart from other posts in his followers' feeds and creating a nostalgic feeling about the brand itself.
Shipping everything, designing it all, making half the product in the office, like it became pretty crazy to a certain extent.
Through this more targeted, cohesive approach, along with some excellent product releases, such as the Scheme hat, Sherman saw his average engagement count on posts go from around 150 to north of 300 in short order. He began to personalize and open up more to his following, like for instance, this description he posted back in 2018 reading, "There's one thing that always sticks in my mind from my 1 year spent at Parsons. I'll never forget the first week orientation of people all speaking the dreams of being a fashion designer or artist. To no surprise, most of them are working day jobs now. What's funny is the dreams these schools sell you. that they are the key to your success in this creative world. This collection is a little jab at all the art schools in the world selling themselves to these kids like luxury brands. The education of these institutions is hollow and lacking of substance. As far as I'm concerned, schooling in general does very little to prepare you for the real world. How to run a business, pay taxes, paying people's insurance, you name it. Shout out to Danny Demers for emailing me over a year ago with this concept. Glad it's finally coming to light. Editorial by Thomas. Disclaimer, school is cool as long as you have purpose for being there, not just because it's what everyone does. Wow. So you see how personal that post actually was on his account. By the way, he has a carousel of photos highlighting all the numerous artists who are currently at some of these prestigious universities around the country. I think it was a pretty cool post he made 5 years ago. Though a continued and cohesive Instagram presence, the old brand name Chinatown Market and Chairman himself continued to grow steadily, boosted by several key celebrities wearing his product, including Lil Wayne, Dennis Rodman, and much more. By 2019, Chairman was averaging well above 1,500 likes per post, and the growth wasn't about to slow down. This same growth is achievable for you and your own brand if the cohesion of your posts is always at the forefront of your mind. Mike never rested on his laurels. With Instagram rolling out newer features towards the end of 2019, including Reels and Instagram TV, the market was able to work in these mediums, as well as their routine photos and video posts. This is an important lesson for up-and-coming designers looking to follow Chairman's model. Variety is key. They say a photo is worth 1,000 words. Well, what does that mean a video clip is worth? Take a look at some of these reels that Chairman posted towards the end of 2019 and early 2020 and notice how each time he posted a video, it always had a huge impact, such as announcing his clothing line, being featured in NBA 2K, or a clip with talk show legend Conan O'Brien, or even NBA legend LeBron James wearing his clothing line pre-game. Variety and content matters just as much as anything else, and to stand out in today's fashion market, you must have a handle on all media types, not just photos. You should be aiming to post at least 4 photos a week, 2 reels, and at least 1 powerful story a day, and that is a minimum. I mean, you can even take it a step further if you really want to go there. Storytelling through captions is another method that you could actually use. Another extremely important detail in building an effective Instagram presence for your brand is the captions you use for your posts. As simple as captions can be, they can create a vibe that separates your brand from the thousands of your competitors. It is clear that Chairman knew this from early on, and he has only improved at refining his caption strategy. Often short and to the point, with a sprinkle of humor mixed in, Chairman's captions are never too serious. Outside of the once-in-a-while serious posts like what I referred to earlier, about world events, and the post I showed you about school selling you a dream. Your captions don't have to be witty or even cool, but they must be impactful and on brand with the aesthetic you are building. Straying too far from that path can lead to brand confusion, which leads to consumer forgetfulness. You never want to be in a spot where people don't know where you stand in the market. You want to be known for something on top of having an excellent product to sell. It's hard to overstate the importance of a well-timed and sensible collaborations as you are building your brand. Chairman has been a master of this, collaborating with dozens of major brands such as Modelo, Eastpak, Guess, and even the NBA and the Grateful Dead. While on paper, none of these brands is all too similar to the others. They each lie within a specific demographic that help market get into the hands of celebrities such as Lil Wayne and Carmelo Anthony that have even furthered Chairman's growth as a designer and an influencer as well. And as you'd expect, the cross posts with these brands and celebrities are some of Chairman's most engaged content. Securing similar strategic collaborations can do just this for your brand, so never be too quick to dismiss the opportunity to collab with someone else in your space.
Inner voice that existed within me early on that just like, I think was starving for acknowledgement or for people to like love what I made. And, especially from like inner industry stuff. I think there was always that feeling of like a chip on my shoulder, like I gotta prove to these people like that.
While you want to limit the number of actual posts you make in a day or even a week, there was virtually no limit to the number of stories you should post. Unlike posts, stories are unobstructive to the feeds of your followers and don't require nearly as much design and planning. Using stories, you can keep your audience engaged and informed with low-risk content that keeps you at the top of mind for your specific target audience. Sherman does just that. He often uses stories to highlight upcoming drops, showcase other posts that align with your brand, or announce promotions, all of which just work better as quick stories than actual posts. Finally, putting in the effort to create an effective, cohesive Instagram presence means nothing if you aren't able to accurately analyze your results and make tweaks to better engage with your target audience. Sherman's account is a great example of this. While his early posts focus more on an abstract hype aesthetic, his newer and more successful content focuses more on showcasing himself as a streetwear creator and highlights his brand offering at nearly every turn. Building Market's brand account has also been extremely beneficial for Sherman. While his main account is still used to promote his brand, he can also do more personal forward content while leaving the account name to focus solely on product and model promotion. As you can see, all of this works in tandem to help build your brand's Instagram presence. While the market of competition has never been higher, the tools at your disposal to rise above the rest have also never been more powerful, Instagram being a primary one. Utilizing the same strategies that Mike Sherman used to build multiple brands is an excellent launching point to build out your brand and bolster your staying power as a designer. As long as you are strategically utilizing these tools along with pumping out quality products that appeal to your demographic, you'll be well on your way to being the next big thing in your niche. Who knows? You may even see one of your pieces on Lil Wayne someday. If you like this video, I think you'll enjoy this one next. This is North Studios. Till next time, I'm out of here, y'all.